friend, I was contemplating the whole fact that sometimes, until we get ourselves almost into trouble or we're almost about ready to wreck, that's when we finally realize that we do have to yell out, Jesus, take the wheel. And he's telling someone today that he knows it's hard because you've had to just rely on yourself for so long, or so you thought, that now that it's like almost like you see that you're almost about ready to wreck, and you are just yelling out in your soul, Jesus, take the wheel. And he says, if you do mean that and you let him take the wheel, that he is going to be able to do things in your life that you wouldn't have even thought possible. That he is going to be able to have full control and full reign over your life, to lead and guide you in the places that you need to go. That he knows it's been hard because you have felt like you've had to be the strong one and the one that's been steering and directing, to the point that you have kind of taken over instead of ceding control to him. But he said, if you will just say, Jesus, take the wheel, that he's ready and willing to step in. And he reminded me of those cars that are actually made for that very thing, for student drivers, and that the instructor at any moment can take over and just to take over the steering wheel, to take over control of that car, and to avert that wreck or whatever is going to happen. And God says that he knows that your life feels like it's just spinning out of control right now. But if you will just cry out to him, Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hands, and you just lift your hands off it and you give it to him, and then you do what he's asking you to do, that you are going to be so amazed with how he turns it around, friend. And then when he leads you to these beautiful, amazing, epic destinations that you never even thought about or to go on, he said sometimes we as humans think it has to be so mapped out, so planned, so this, so that. And he says, how about you just let me figure some stuff out and be willing to take an adventure with me? How about you take it 1 mile at a time, 1 step at a time, instead of thinking you have to have every single thing figured out? How about you just trust me a little more, that I do already have it figured out. I have the destination already planned out, but I do have some adventures for us along the way. And he said, yeah, sometimes these journeys, these roads can take you through some hard or even treacherous places, but it doesn't mean that that is your final destination. So even when the road looks rough, even when he leads you through places that seem a little bit scary and a little bit sketchy, that he still's got you, and he has something greater. And even those places can be used for purpose, that you can reach people and show people his love in those places that you didn't even think about before. So he says, will you trust him? Trust him enough to fully cry out in your heart and soul and mean it, Jesus, take the wheel, and see what happens when he does. He says, you can trust him. He loves you so very much, and he does have good plans for you, my friend. I love you. I'm praying for you and hope you have a great day.